Well, hello everybody. My name is Leonard Quinn. For today's talk, we're going to be talking about how to spot liars. For lots of years, people have always wanted to discover on how to detect lies. There are just a lot of psychologists continuously trying to search for ways to spot liars. Even these days, there's machines that measures the heartbeat or even detect their thinking to make sure that they are not lying or they say the truth. Well, for today, we'll be talking about three signs that people is like and how to spot liars in real life. Well, first we have is they refer themselves less in a word. Maybe one time you are having like maybe a children and you ask them, did you host a party in our house? There are two ways that we're going to be saying. First, absolutely no party was held here, or I didn't host any party here. What do you believe? Probably I would believe I didn't hold any party here because they reference themselves into the structure. And and look back to the sentence that I absolutely did nothing or absolutely didn't hold a party here. It just sounds really more complex, which is something we will be looking at later. Next, usually a lot of liars tends to be more negative. When they're talking, they usually tends to be more negative due to the feeling of guilty when lying, which is something true. A lot of people believe that, and sometimes a lot of people could be super more negative. Like maybe one time when you're just spamming calls to a person when you're in an emergency, and after a time they text you, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my stupid phone battery died. I hate that thing." You can see this just very much more negative, right? And it doesn't really seem sad at all. Like if you're actually saying the truth, probably something would be said like this. "I'm sorry, my phone ran out of battery. I really just want to answer your calls." Yes, in that time they just mentioned about their own faults and does not mention about anything negative, which could be a positive sign that they say the truth. Next, they explain events in simple terms. A lot of liars feels very stressed out when they want to use um, complex ways to actually describe the situation. So a lot of liars tend to explain their lies in simple terms. But one thing here, a lot of them tends to use way more longer words. I mean here is that they explain events in very simple terms. It doesn't use precise words to describe, but they use long structures that just make the sentence very much more complex. Like imagine in a situation where maybe your employees, your boss and your employees, they could be maybe saying something like, um, really sorry, boss. I don't know why I go late, but I did really prepare in time. I already have my breakfast, but it's just the traffic is just so tight that I can't move around at all. That is an example of this. They use very long structures, but they just tend to uh, use way much more simple terms. So actually, how to spot liars in real life. In real life, if we want to spot liars, then we should actually understand that. the lies that we did sometimes are not bad at all. Some of them could even be white lies, which are not harmful at all. It is just they saying the wrong thing. But a lot of lies in our daily life is not that complex. But also, you must understand that if you're starting liars, use these three tips of mine. Probably you have heard about a lot of tips, like if a people's looking right or if a people's looking left, then they lie or they tell the truth. They could be something that sound okay, pretty reasonable. But believe me or not, these are the three best ways to detect lies, which accuracy could be so high. So I hope that today's talk really did help you out to understand about the language of lying. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye and see you next time.